Hello everyone and welcome back to another Jimdycar video. And if you've been following me for a while, you've known oval racing is not my strong suit. So going into the season finale, I was tied with my team owner Ben, going to Michigan Super Speedway, or Michigan International Speedway. And for the first time I was actually able to run up front comfortably and learn how to keep it off of other drivers. That is until I committed death in front of the field. Can we get a water break for this real quick? Hydration break.
Please, tagging the wall.
Yeah, hydration break, please. Oh, there it is.
Safety car, safety car.
You can have all the hydration you want, you're dead.
And then, after that, my internet decided to shit the bed and ruin my championship hopes of finishing P3.
Really bad lag damage.
Max is all over the place.
I just got damage from hitting absolutely nobody. And because of that, I had to finish lower than Ben, and Ben pretty much essentially won the race. And yeah, secured third position in points, and I got fourth. So that's 2 positions better than previous seasons, which is nice. It definitely left a sour taste in my mouth. So that's where we are today, heading into Gateway of Season 6. But you must be wondering, Max, why is there no video from Riverside? Well, that's a very valid question, and I have a very valid answer. It's because I didn't race it. So this is technically my first start of the season, and because of that, I'll be pitting this race like very early in the pits. And yeah, this is my qualifying run for Gateway. Enjoy.
Max might be my favorite to win the race. I mean, as far as like a pick, obviously I'm my favorite to win the race, but
Checkered.
Elijah's going to move up to 19th. Melina in practice, I was noticing the tire wear is real bad, and for whatever reason, he's able to manage it a lot better on a long run. So I think Max is looking pretty good. Max is going to move up to
Checkered.
first.
Nice one.
Max Molina taking pole. Told you I was looking for big things from him.
Good job.
Congrats, Max, on the pole.
Let's go, Max.
Let's go, Max.
Good job.
Dude, I was not fucking expecting that.
Oh, yeah.
And so as you can see there, I was just as surprised as anyone else getting the pole at an oval of all places. So that leads us to the start of this race as green flag's waving. We're leading here at Gateway with a pretty good lead into turn 1. And as you can imagine, a big field of Gateway does not go right.
Oh, one round.
What the hell?
One around.
That's big.
2 around him. One going.
What
Staying green, I guess. Okay.
And stayed green we did, and for another, like, I guess, 6-ish laps, I was able to build a sizable gap to Ben, and then the caution came out, and coming back to the start-finish line, I almost lapped Tazio, but I decided to be nice and let him stay on the lead lap, and hopefully he returns a favor to me whenever he is the leader of a race and I am about to go lap down. So once the field starts catching the pace car, I see this in my rearview mirror. And as you can imagine, I got pretty worried, because when that happens, that means you have a lag spike. And I thought that it was going to be Michigan 2.0 all over again for me, but thankfully it wasn't. So we come down pit road, take 4 tires, full fuel, which is going to be something that is pretty much sprinkled throughout the first part of this race. A lot of cautions that came out, so every time a caution comes out, we pretty much have to pit with how much the tires wear out and how the fuel strategy works out. And so, I'm not going to include all of that just because it'll just be too much to go over. Anyway, as we're getting ready for the green flag, we got Mike McCoy right behind us. And if you remember correctly, he is the one who killed Ben Ski's hopes of the Jimdy 250 win last season. So I'm hoping he doesn't do anything like that to me. Thankfully, it doesn't. But in return, we get a new challenger of Brad James, which is pretty much the head honcho of Jimdycar Incorporated. So now he's pressurizing me pretty good going to turn 1 right here, actually getting underneath me, but with the outside lane of turn 1, the momentum, I'm able to get right by him. And the next couple of laps, we kind of just like battled softly, if that makes sense. We didn't really battle very hard. He was just kind of like, I guess, saving fuel while he was behind me or something like that. I don't know. But he wasn't very aggressive, I guess, just because it was the beginning of the race time. But that allowed Matt Weeder, my satellite teammate, to close right up for P3 and ultimately make a move eventually for P2. And to my surprise, he was actually able to square me up here and make the overtake work going in turn 1 right here. You can hear me lift off going into the corner. That way it makes it a little bit easier for us to do the swap going into turn 1 and 2. And he would keep the lead for a couple of laps until he made a rather interesting strategy call. After he had cleared me, he decides to pit under green. So didn't really understand that, and I kind of don't really understand it now, but in the end it did kind of work out for him. But anyway, that leads me back to leading the race again. That is until this happened a couple of laps later. So yeah, as you see right here, Dan decides to commit murder and kill, I believe, Jeff Lacey, which then kills Nick, which then kills Pierce. Simple enough. Let's move on. Sorry, Ben, what was your question?
Oh, no, that wasn't a question. I said keep it up.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, by the way, right now you should brake check Bo, like right now. He swerves out the way.
You never know. You never know with those Binsky tactics.
So due to Bo's quick reaction times, I did not get the brake check in, which leads to this restart right here. As we get going, got a good launch off the corner, and Bo put up a pretty nice challenge, I might have to say. He was probably the closest I got to like really feeling pressured in this race a couple of times, other than Fairfield later on, but we'll get to that later.
You know, I'm trying to follow you to Chili's, but you keep rerouting to the inside line.
Just taking it to Applebee's instead.
Yeah, that's on the rear wing.
Okay, Ben fell off a little bit, it looks like, but now McCoy is coming up.
Safety car, race back to the line.
Alright, now I know I said I wouldn't show any more pit road stuff or pitting or anything, but this was probably one of the deciding factors of me being able to, one, maintain the lead of the race and also probably be in a better position to win the race. At the time this happened, I could not tell if I won the race off pit road, and so I kind of had to reluctantly assume I beat him off pit road, which I turned out to be correct later on. Oh yeah, and then also this happened in pit road too.
Brian, are you serious?
Did you stay up?
Because I am trying to unlap myself, you donkey.
Damn, getting called a donkey by the Brit is crazy. By the Euro is crazy.
Yeah, that was my first time hearing a European call someone a donkey in my life. Pretty priceless. So, in the ensuing restart, Ryan Cooper right here accidentally goes in the start box area rather than the restart area. The restart area was that paved part on the inside grass where the ending of the curbing ends at the inside of the exit of turn 4. So, we were able to battle side by side with Ryan Cooper here for a good bit, and I will say, to Ryan's credit, he was able to fight pretty valiantly on older tires here for a couple of laps until my tires prevailed after his tires warmed up, and we pretty much resumed the lead as I thought we would. So while we watch this next caution right here unfold before our eyes, I'd like to give a quick shout out to Nick, the only European in the Jimdycar server, for staying up until pretty much 3 AM his time in Belgium to race with a bunch of knuckleheads. Anyways, you see my team owner, Ben Bensky, doing some extracurricular activities in the pit road. I also want to give a shout out to Bel Petrini for letting me use some of his Twitch clips to help make this race flow more seamlessly for you guys. Green, green, green. Right, so restarting on lap 65 right here. This is the first time I really got challenged for the lead, like, properly, where the guy who passes me tries to actually leg it out over me the next couple of laps. And I had a pretty fun battle trying to stay within Fairfield's draft, work the dirty air, and then battle alongside of him going back and forth. Alright, so I want to point out this move right here. So right here, Fairfield goes to the inside, slides up, I check up mid-corner, get a low exit off the corner, get clean under my front wing, and get a solid run on Fairfield right here going down the backstretch. I really like that move just because it seems like no one else is really able to do it quite like I did, and thus basically keeping the lead from this point on until green flag pit stops, which is kind of shocking to say after the first half of the race that we've seen. Because I think right here, Fairfield tries saving fuel or something like that, because he dropped off me quite a bit after this, about close to a second off of me. Alright, so you see right here, far up ahead, the two cars up ahead, dive down to the inside. I'm the farthest one up ahead. Fairfield pits on this lap. I stay out because I have more than enough fuel to go an extra lap. Fairfield tries doing an undercut and getting the jump on me on pit strategy. I believe this lap I used to push to pass for the first time this race. Try and build me a gap on the pit strategy and just how it all plays out. Alright, so enter pits pretty easy. And then coming out of pits, they actually got really close between me and Matt. If there was a little less than a foot or a couple feet, that would have been a wreck right there. But remember how I said earlier, Matt's strategy early on in the race was a little bit odd. Him pitting right there, it actually kind of set him up pretty solid for the end of this race, as he would then cycle out to be effective P3, fighting with Fairfield for P2. So once everything cycled out, I regained the lead with about 9 to go, maybe 10 to go. And I had about like 2 extra laps of fuel, but there was a time in there where I did save a couple, like I lifted and coasted into a couple of corners just in case I needed to save fuel, but I didn't need to. At the end, it ran green to the end, and this is the final lap of the race. Holy shit, this
That game was stupid. Alright, well, a top 5 barely.
So there you have it. I got the first dub of the season, technically first start of the season, second race of the season. And yeah, that was kind of an interesting one, I would like to say. Strategy was kind of all over the place. You kind of just had to pit whenever a caution came out and hope for the best, and then kind of played it by ear off of that point. But probably my most dominant win I probably had in my Jimdycar career, especially on an oval. And I also found it funny that my first 2 oval wins have been on short ovals, Iowa and now Gateway. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. I'll show the points real quick after the race, and we move up from pretty much last to now P3, P4 in the standings. So now we got a pretty good start to the season. So now hopefully kind of try and keep this up in terms of uploads and stuff like that. I'm just going to be live streaming these races and then just chopping it up in the most important parts of the race to make it a little bit easier for me as school's starting back up for me, my senior year at BSU, all that good stuff. So I won't have enough time, blah, 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 blah. So these kind of videos won't be around very much, but it'll just be more of like the live stream highlights of the races. So hope you guys stick around for those. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Here they come.